Have you been through challenges in life? Now, we all face challenges, and all of us go through challenges differently because we have different challenges. We are not all the same. This is Now Tell Us. I'm your host, Anthony Moirore. At Now Tell Us, we have guests come and tell us stories. They come and inspire us. They come and educate us on a subject. Sometimes they talk about their books. And our guest today is going to tell us about his book at some point. But more than that, he has quite a story. You don't want to miss this. Please, before we go to meet our guest who's known as Saylor Cooper, I'd like you to share this episode with all your friends. If you have a question, ask. We will try our level best to answer it regarding challenges. If you just want to make a comment, we appreciate feedback. And so we thank you in advance. Even if you get to see the recorded version or hear the recorded version, still give us feedback. We appreciate that. And now I won't take one more minute because I'm eager to go and learn more from our guest today, Saylor Cooper. He's such a guest. And you will believe me, after the show or during the show. Here we go. Hello, Saylor.
Hello, Anthony. It's great to be on your show. Tell
Yes,
us. It's an
now
honor to
tell
be here.
us.
Thanks
Yes,
for
we are
inviting
we
me.
are we are honored to have you here, Saylor. It's such a blessing to have you here today.
It is. Yes, it
Yeah.
sure is.
Can we learn where in the world are you right now?
Well, I'm actually from Texas, but right now I'm in Idaho, in Sun Valley, Idaho. I could say I'm on a vacation right now. I'm with my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
Celebrating hers and my grandfather's anniversary as well as the anniversary of my aunt and uncle as well. So I've had a good time here. I've been here since last Sunday and I go back home this Sunday. So it's been a good time.
That's wonderful. I love that. Two places that I'm always looking to step my foot on someday, Texas and Idaho.
Oh, how about that? Yeah.
Texas for so many things I can't mention. I can't finish mentioning this show, and Idaho because one of the greatest motivational speakers that I have always listened to came from Idaho. His name was Jim Rohn.
Jim Brown? Oh, wow.
Jim Rohn.
Oh,
He,
wow. I didn't know that.
oh, you should search for him. You love his motivational speeches. Jim Rohn.
Oh, yeah. I'll look him up on YouTube for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then before we even go there, I mean, to YouTube, you've got a story, I believe. We've been meeting several places, or rather, one place that we meet often for networking, and I've been seeing you, Salem, and saying, "Hey, I would like to talk to this guy someday because he's such an inspiring person," and we are glad that you came here today.
Oh, it's finally happening. Yeah. Because you know what? I want to be a serial entrepreneur like Kimberly Crow is.
Yeah, Kimberly Crow. Some if you are listening and you don't know who is Kimberly Crow, you should come on Thursdays. Ask us where to find that. We network every Thursday evening on Zoom. But let's go into your stories, Sailor, because I can't wait to hear much about you because I haven't heard. Now, please tell us about your life stories, a bit about your life story.
Yeah. Well,
Mhm.
well, to start off, I'm Saylor and I'm 30 years old. I was proudly born in Conroe, Texas on June 3rd, 1993. I was actually born prematurely as a Texas sized preemie, 3 months early, and was not expected to survive. But I did, thanks to a lot of help and support for my family. I am blind because I was born premature. I had a retinopathy prematurely. This is where my retina is detached. Um, because since I was so little, my eyes weren't fully developed. But I can see a little bit, and it's only because of that. I had a lot of eye surgeries as a baby. But other than that, no, nothing has really stopped me in life. I've gone, I pretty much have lived a normal life, gone through school and even work. And look at me now. I'm becoming an entrepreneur, starting my own business. So yeah, that's a summary of my life so far in a nutshell.
Wow. Yeah, it's in a nutshell, but I believe it's been an adventurous life, bringing you up to this point that you are at right now. Now, I'm curious to know, what is it that did you study in college?
I studied mass communication. I did 2 years of college, and you see, as you know, it's not for everybody. And so I thought, why not just venture out and find work? And I've had quite a few jobs. I'm also bilingual in Spanish as well because I also lived in Mexico as well. So I had a few jobs, but it's just so hard for people with disabilities to find jobs for a lot of reasons. Because mostly there's a lot of employers who just don't understand that the people with despite people with challenges, they still can perform jobs with accommodations. And so I've just never been able to like advance in the workforce. So that's why I'm starting my own business because there's a lot of advantages of becoming an entrepreneur. Sure, it's more work, but you 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 have more freedom, more flexibility. You have unlimited advancement. You know.
Hmm. Wow. And now focusing into entrepreneurship, what is it that you're doing? You're starting on, or you're aiming to be a
Well,
great entrepreneur at?
I've been officially on this journey since last year. I have four components here. I'm going to be a radio host, a
Hmm.
podcaster, an author, and last but not least, an inspirational speaker. As Kimberly Crow says it, I want to get on thousands and thousands of stages. And yeah, I'm sure you heard of Frank King. Frank King and I, we're working together until we get my speaking career the way it needs to be, or until we die trying, as we say.
Wow. Wow. Now, there's one thing I love every time that we meet on Speakers Playhouse. I just love your energy. And not only your energy, knowing where you're coming from and what you have done up to this point is such an inspiring thing. And I believe you're going to do great at being an inspirational speaker.
Woohoo! That's right.
I want
Yeah.
to believe you're also going to be great being a podcast host or a show host in this case. So I'm wishing you all the best on your journey.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah, you're an inspiration to this world. Now, you mentioned being an author, and for someone who's coming here, Saylor is not dreaming of becoming an author. He is an author already.
Yes, indeed.
Navigating life's challenges. The book by Sailor Cooper. Now, let's hear about this because I know there are many people who are going through some challenges and not maybe as much as you've been through, and they are looking for ideas and ways to come out of the challenges, uh, just to keep on living life and not giving up. Let's hear about this book, Navigating Life's Challenges. Now, you talked about you see slightly. You're blind, partially blind, I guess.
Yes, I could see a little bit. My right eye is my best eye.
Okay. How did you even come up with the idea of writing a book, and how did you write it?
Oh, oh, thank you. This is a good one. I knew I would write a book at some point in my life, but never this quick. I mean, I've been planning to write a book about like my life story and everything I've overcome. But it's only thanks to AI, right? Chat GPT and I'm sure you know this lady. A big shout out to
Mm-hmm.
Kelly Filardo, who hosted her Write a Book in a Day workshop with ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm.
I basically was introduced to ChatGPT. I did all the research for my book, compiled it together in like that. In 3 days, I got the book written. And in the workshop, Write a Book in a Day with ChatGPT, they helped me edit it, and I was able to publish this book. It is awesome.
Wow, that's interesting because we have so many people that could be listening to us or watching us, and they don't have an idea how to go about writing a book. Days are gone in the past when you would take years to write a book
Yeah, I
because
know you
you've
can
got
do it so
help.
quick. Yeah.
Now, AI will not write all your book, but then it will give you a lot of help on how to come up with a book.
Yeah, that's what we want to uncover. AI is not going to do things for you. If
Mm-hmm.
anything, it's just going to assist you. It's going to augment. It's going to assist you do it. Because think of it, uh, AI does require human intervention. Like I do a research on these topics and then compile it all together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So in a way, I'm still writing it. You know.
Okay. Now, what part of your life experiences have you shared in the book?
Oh, I've shared. Basically, it's a self-help book. It's a
Okay.
self-help educational book. It's about how to understand different personalities, because we're all different. Nobody's unique. Everybody's different,
Mm,
and sometimes there's conflicts, and we always don't get along. And so, in this book, I just teach how to get along better, overcome different personality types, how to blend in with different cultures. Don't let negative influences affect you. And what I really enjoy teaching is how the art of music can really help you a great deal. As you heard, music is therapy. It helps you calm down, makes you feel good and happy, and it's just a great book. And I mainly dedicated this book. Of course, I dedicated this book to anybody who's need help navigating life, but also I especially dedicate it to my mother, who has handled these challenges with strength and grace.
so you focus on your mother's experiences, not your own experiences in the book.
Well, my experiences too. My
Mm,
experiences too. I don't mention my mother's experiences at all. I don't mention anybody's. I just write about these different phenomena and talk about how they can influence and affect people and like how they can manage. I even talk about how to I talk about how to manage stress as it relates to business, because think of it, when you're an entrepreneur, it can be very stressful too. But as
mm-hmm.
long as you manage it properly, uh, you always take care of yourself, you'll be just fine. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what I aim to teach in there. I
Mm-hmm.
teach that in chapter 5 of the book. It's a total of 8 chapters.
Okay. Yeah, tell us about managing stress because someone listening, give us an idea. Maybe not tell us everything in that chapter, but give us an idea of what the reader could go and find there.
Oh, to manage stress. Well, for example, while running a business, first of all, always prioritize your time. Make sure that you manage your schedule wisely. Uh, ensure to not overdo it. Make sure to take breaks whenever you need to. And indeed, I can't stress this enough. Any tasks that you're not unsure of, any tasks that are over your head, such as website development, taxes, you name it, turn those tasks over to people that are more familiar in
Mm-hmm.
those areas, and focus on what you can accomplish. Don't try and juggle it all yourself, because it's a total recipe for burnout. For example, I'm so grateful that I have a podcast management team and a virtual assistant helping me with everything behind the scenes, because I would just lose it if I tried to do this all myself. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get that. And thank you for that. And then at some point you talk about negative influences. Was this someone or something triggered by experiences that you've been through yourself? Uh,
Yeah, oh yeah. I want to be careful, like how I say this, because I don't want to sound like prejudiced or anything like that. But I don't know. I don't know how. I'm sure the culture in Greece is very nice, but I don't know if you've heard of the concept of toxic masculinity
mhm.
and machismo.
Okay, I've heard about that.
You've heard of it?
Yeah.
Well, I'm very, very against it, and I really nail this in chapter 3 of the book. Toxic masculinity is where men are expected to behave traditionally. They're expected to exuberate toughness, dominance, and just control and aggression. Also, they're not encouraged to perform uh, roles that are not assigned their gender, such as like being good husbands to their wives and good fathers to their children. Uh, I I delve in there in that in the book because I was exposed to that. You see, I did live in another country besides the U.S. and in Mexico, and machismo is very common in Latin America. And what I emphasize there is that yes, there are positive effects to it, but at the same time, its negative effects cannot be ignored because it affects women in a lot of areas, in a lot of ways. Like a lot of times, husbands will get multiple women and like cheat on their wives. It's just not healthy. And I'm trying to promote basically gender equality for all.
Wow, that's good. Now, something up to this point that we have got from you, Sailor,
Yeah.
is even though you've told us about your life story, the challenges and the experiences that you've been through, we kind of get it that you're not the focus in this discussion.
No.
You're focusing on the society, you're focusing on the world and on the larger perspective of how the generation that we are living in. How is that? Why? What inspires you? Because I know, and this I'm gonna take from my own perspective, and I don't know about many people, but most of the people that I have met with disabilities would focus on themselves. How's this? How did you not focus on yourself and you're looking at the world at large?
Oh, I don't. I just don't want to focus on myself because I don't believe that. I believe we need to take care of others as well.
Mm-hmm.
Show support and empathy towards others. And uh, I'm not a narcissist.
Yeah.
I'm a person who truly cares about the well-being of so many others. Because I've met quite a few narcissists in my life,
Okay.
and it's not good.
Yeah.
And my motto is transcend challenges, embrace bliss, because bliss is a must word in my vocabulary. I
Mm-hmm.
just like the sound of a word makes me feel so good, you know.
Mm. Now, what keeps you going? What motivates you? What inspires you? And you've used, you can afford a smile this day, and you keep going. You've written a book. You have ideas of becoming an entrepreneur, and we wish you success in that. What keeps you going and not giving up?
Um, what keeps me going is um, I just don't want to live life on the sidelines.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the kind of person that wants to just sit there and uh, you know, accept only gifts by others.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give back and make a positive influence in society because I know I'm capable of doing so.
Mm. That's beautiful. Very beautiful. At this point, I want to talk to the listener or the viewer and ask him or her, are you focusing on yourself? Are you just being egocentric? Are you someone who is only concerned about what you're going to be? Or are you someone who's looking at the world at large and imagining yourself how you're going to help the world? Now, if that's not you, then you should take a lesson from Sailor Cooper. Sailor Cooper has been there, experienced it, but he's not focusing on the negatives. He's just looking forward, trying to help someone out there in the world. I encourage you, the listener or the viewer, to decide today that you're not going to be on the sidelines. You're not going to live life down. You're going to live
No,
life up. Yeah.
I'm gonna live life up. Yes, always
Yes.
go up
Thank
because
you
I have
very
no
much.
choice.
Mhm. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Sailor Cooper. We appreciate you and all that you're doing.
Oh, you bet, you
Do,
bet. And also, I did get into the chat. I put my programs in the chat. Did you get it?
yeah, I did.
Yeah. If I may, can I announce what I'm trying to launch? For your audience. I'm trying to launch a couple of programs, and it's not an if. I know I'm going to get there. It's just a matter of when, and that's why I'm so honored to get on more stages,
Yeah.
so I can, expand my reach and have onboard more followers. I'm going to be hosting two events. One is the Lift Your Spirit Party, which is a complimentary 1 hour session where people come together and just have a good time and lift our spirits together. It's on
Okay.
Zoom.
Mm-hmm.
And myself and my good friend Tyler, we're putting together a community called the Blissful Life Membership, where it's basically a membership where
Okay.
you it's premium access. You pay a low fee each month,
Mm-hmm.
and you um, basically it's like a mastermind format where basically myself and my good friend Tyler Evans, we facilitate it. We don't teach it, but we facilitate it. But we all come together in a mastermind and just teach each other how to live a blissful life, even during challenging times, because it's all possible.
Because it's all possible, even
It
during
is.
challenging times. Yeah, we've shared that link to Sailor's programs, so you can go and check them out.
Yes, please share it. And if you want to start living a blissful life, you can opt in by texting the word bliss, BLISS, to uh, +1 832 481 6806. Again, that's bliss. 2 +1 832 481 6806. And I also have a 24/7 radio station called Real Variety Radio, the best variety on the internet, which plays all genres of music, including the best in pop, country, and so many more genres and special programming. It's only going to grow. And of course, I'm getting into inspirational speaking. I hope to uh, have many keynote speeches and even maybe speak with Kimberly Crow too.
Yeah, she should definitely come there. So, reality, real variety radio.com is your
Yes, it
place.
is.
Wow, that's wonderful. So I can't imagine what's coming in the future from Sailor.
Oh, I
I,
can't wait. It's going to
I
be an
just
awesome, bright future. And wow, it's incredible that we're doing podcasting overseas. You're on the other side of the world. How cool.
yeah, it's very cool. Now
Yeah.
we are in this world together, and we are doing this together. You have a friend that you're working with, um, and in your life, who has been the most significant person that has been your side on your side, helping you and showing you the way, holding your hand?
Oh, that's a good one. Of course, I've been very blessed to have lots of support from family and friends. I've only been able to do what I've done so far because two great investors, Kevin Kirk and Scott Irwin, are good friends of mine and my mom's. And they, bottom line is this: they weren't sure what I wanted to do, but they knew that I could do something extraordinary. So
Mm-hmm.
what did they do? They provided me with some very good funding. They invested in me, and look at me. I haven't achieved my goals yet, but I've done I have done what I've been able to do, and I am only just getting started. But one man who's really impressed me is he's no longer here, uh, and that's why I'm here in Idaho celebrating their anniversary. It's my grandfather who passed away last September at 102 years old. He was born in 1920, and he grew up whenever the Great Depression hit. He's my idol because he worked hard. He mowed lawns for very little money. He even uh, peddled newspapers on a bicycle in the cold weather. He even worked at the A&P store, and then he went to college at Allegheny College, where he got a bachelor's degree in economics. But before he even finished college, he was drafted into the army and served in World War II and was shot down in the Pacific near the Solomon and Marshall Islands. He was shot down by the Japanese. He wasn't sure whether he was going to be rescued or captured, but luckily the American boat rescued him. He recovered after hurting his knee. He continued to fly for Pan American Airlines around the world and then moved to Houston, where he started his own pipe supply company, Corey Supply, where he did business with so many countries and was very successful and was able to retire uh, in the 1980s. And of course, his other wife passed away, but he met my wonderful grandmother who's here. And well, he just lived a good life. He's no longer here, but I know he's looking down and I'm following in his footsteps, and he has helped me make every single important decision that I need to make. And I know because of him, I'm only going to be very successful.
I'm lost of words.
Yeah.
What a story.
Yes. Was, yeah. So, yeah,
Now
he
let
was
me
my
ask you this. Is there a book about him?
Yes, there is.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, we wrote a book about his life for his 90th. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. I'll try and get that
That's
book to you for sure.
wow, that's quite a story. That's quite a
Yeah.
story. And it's good that you have such an inspiration that you are living after.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, we all need people to look up on, and we are happy that your family has been supportive, and they continue to be supportive up to this day. Sorry for the loss of your grandfather, although he lived to a full ripe age, which we all desire to live one day. I want to hit 100 someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And what's so good is that I came here because I've never been here before in Idaho, but I came to celebrate their anniversary, and we went to the site
Mhm.
where they planted a tree where they got married, and I was able to plant his ashes there, put his ashes down, and make a very nice tribute video. So that was awesome.
Wow,
I've had a good time here.
that's awesome. Wow,
Yeah.
that's a story, quite a story.
Oh yeah.
Now you're just getting started, and you've done so much so far. Are you okay talking about your age? How old are you?
I'm only 30 years old.
40 years old. You're just getting started.
Yeah, I
You're
am.
just getting started.
Yeah.
And so what's in the future apart from what you've talked about? You're just getting started on the book, the podcast. What is your biggest dream that you have sometime in the future, 20, 10 years, 20 years to come? Where will be Sailor Cooper?
That's a hard one. I just want to be very successful first. And of course, I want to find a beautiful like lady and have a family and and I've been talking to I've also been here with my aunt and uncle as well. I've been talking to them, especially my favorite aunt. Yeah, she's my favorite aunt. We've been talking about the art of manifestation. You just have to let stuff happen. You have to really dream, write stuff down, and the universe is going to work its magic, and it's also going to happen in the right timing.
Hmm, this
Yeah.
beautiful, beautiful. So This has been quite wonderful. Thank you very much, Sailor.
Yeah, you bet. And so to recap, my website is realvarietyradio.com. You can find all my information there, and uh, you can, yeah, all my information's there. A radio station, podcasting, and speaking. My book is Navigating Life's Challenges, Understanding Personality, Stress, and Family Dynamics. It's both available on Amazon, both in Kindle and paperback versions. However, an audio version is coming soon. I've been meaning to get started on that, but of course, I've been busy with other stuff. But my goal is in the next couple weeks to have an audio version out.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
yeah.
Congratulations on everything, Sailor. We are really happy for you, and we are rooting for you on
Thank
your
you
journey.
so. And I would like to extend an invitation for you to be on my podcast too.
Oh yeah, I would love
Yeah,
to. Yeah,
yeah.
we would plan about that. I would be happy to be on your podcast the soonest time possible.
We'll
Yeah,
do it.
but before we sign out, I'll ask you. You've written a book. Are you thinking of writing another one soon? Even though you're
Hell yeah! I may do many more books. Woo!
many,
Maybe next
many.
year I'm gonna write another book. Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. So we'll be looking forward to read more of you what you're going to write, and we already appreciate what you've written. And please, all those who are listening or watching, go get Sailor Cooper's book. It's in the description. Or
Yes.
yeah, or visit all the places that he's talked about and get his book, connect with him, and
And please subscribe to my programs as well. If it piques an interest, if you want to live a life with bliss reign supreme, check out my programs. It's all there.
yeah, go check it out. Go check it
Yeah.
out. Now, at now, tell us, we like people leaving us with with words that we can always remember, and words to live by. What are they from Sailor?
My wish.
Words to remember. A few words that we should always remember.
Remember uh remember to always have optimism and bliss.
Remember always to have optimism. Oh, I'm getting it wrong. Optimism and bliss.
Yes.
Coming from Sailor Cooper.
That's right.
Yeah. Once again, let's take this opportunity to appreciate you, Sailor. Thank you very
Thanks.
much for coming to Now Tell Us.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
It's awesome being here.
Yeah, it's been awesome having you here on our show. So this has been Now Tell Us, and I have been your host, Anthony Morore, and together with our guest today, Sailor Cooper, we are saying live life with optimism. How can I get it wrong two times? Should keep practicing optimism and bliss.
Yeah.
And until next time, it's bye for now.
Thanks so
Bye.
much.
Bye.
Bye.